Hello guys, King Casey here,
along with TJ as your co-host.
and welcome back to Tournament Recap.
This is the second time we've had to try and record this because the footage of the original one got corrupted.
I love my laptop, but yeah, we are back with another episode of Tournament Recap, and this one is gonna be good.
Oh yes, the round 3's matches have a bunch of quality matches.
Yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Coming up with our first battle, which is personally one of my favorites. We have Shepard versus VMOX.
This was a really good match. I wouldn't say it's the best of the week. We'll get to that one way later.
Yeah, but anyways, let's get into the match. So Shepard led with his Spiritomb, and VMOX led with a Luxray. After a pretty good battle, Spiritomb went down to Luxray, and Shepard took out Beartic.
You mean sent out Beartic?
Yeah.
You gotta work on your grammar, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we said, Beartic managed to take out Luxray, but VMOX quickly responded with Lucario, which effortlessly brought down Beartic. Because fighting Steel type versus Ice type, what did you expect?
Yeah, and then Shepard brings out his Bucephalon, which it quickly deals with Lucario and with VMOX's Greninja. VMOX brings in his Gigantamax Gengar and quickly takes out Bucephalon. And then Shepard brings out his Sandaconda and Gigantamaxes it.
After a cool Gigantamax battle between Sandaconda and Gengar, Gengar is the one to fall, so VMOX is forced to bring in his Garchomp, battle bonding it and quickly dealing with Sandaconda. However, Shepard counters and brings out his own Lopunny, battle bonds it, and is able to dispatch a Garchomp surprisingly efficiently. That's what happens when you run Ice Punch.
And then VMOX brings in his Zacian, quickly dealing with Lopunny, but then in comes Shepard's Kyurem, dealing with Zacian after a couple of good blizzards.
Shepard didn't even have to Kyurem didn't even have to transform into its black form.
Yeah, which I'm actually surprised at.
Trust me, we'll see it later on. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, because with that, Shepard moves on to top 8, and yeah.
All right then, let's move on to match 2. And this one was a contender for the best match of the week. It's not quite there, but it's definitely one of the best.
This is probably my second or third favorite, but yeah, it was definitely very, very, very good. We have MD Gold versus Kevin.
Yes, this match was surprisingly well done. Gold led with Spire, and Kevin led with Rhyperior. And if you could guess, Rhyperior mauled Spire, Rock type versus Flying type.
MD Gold quickly follows that up with Beedrill. In type advantage should say that Rhyperior easily takes out Beedrill as well, but no, Beedrill takes out Rhyperior. But then Kevin brings in his Gengar, quickly disposing of Beedrill, and MD Gold brings in Gallade.
Gallade does manage to take out both Gengar and Sceptile. Way to represent the Gallade fan base, Gold.
And that means...
However, Garchomp comes in dealing with Gallade. Of course, Gold responds with his legendary Noivern, and Garchomp goes down.
And so then Kevin brings in his Battle Bond Greninja, Battle Bonds it, quickly dealing with Noivern, but then Gold brings in his Darkrai, taking out Battle Bond Greninja, and then Kevin brings in his Golden Ring Rayquaza, dealing with Darkrai, but Gold Battle Bonds his last Pokemon Empoleon, and with a couple of good Ice type attacks, Golden Ring Rayquaza falls.
With Kevin now eliminated, that makes another top 10 trainer exits from this tournament. And now we have 3 remaining. Trust me, we're going to lose another one this round. You'll see why later.
Yep.
But Gold will advance to face Shepard in the top 8 match. Both these two have never made it farther past the top 8, which means one of the two will reach their first ever semi-final appearance.
Which
you'll find out next episode.
But moving on. So then we move on to battle number 3. And this was And this one was still very good, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's my dad versus Matt and Jet.
Yeah, this was definitely going to be an interesting battle, but how did it go? Let's figure that out now. Tom brought in his Magnetric first, and Magid brought out his Starling.
It's an electric type versus a flying type. Magic should be clear, right? No. Starling actually managed to beat Magnetric.
Yeah.
Tom was forced to bring in Staraptor, which does take out Starling, and Matthew Jet pulls what I would call a silly move and brings out the bug fighting type Buzzwole against the flying type Staraptor.
But you forget Buzzwole is an Ultra Beast and quickly takes out Staraptor, but then Tom brings in his Garchomp, quickly taking out Buzzwole.
And after a close fight with Sceptile, the fight ends in a draw, which means both go into the halfway mark, both down 3 Pokemon.
This battle is quickly heating up.
Literally.
Yeah.
Tom brings in his Duraludon, while Magid brings in Charizard, both Gigantamax. Add another counter to the list.
We are in round 3 and we're still having these. But anyways,
of course, Duraludon loses to Charizard because Steel type.
Yes.
So Tom's forced to bring in his Mega Shiny Gallade. It does take out Charizard, but Magid responds with Typhlosion. Typhlosion manages to take out Gallade, and Tom's down to his Ultra Necrozma. It does manage to take out Typhlosion, so Magid is forced to respond with his own Ultra Necrozma. After an epic battle of Ultra Necrozmas, Tom's Necrozma goes down. Another one, my final family member bites the dust, and Magid advances to the top 8.
So good job on his end, and now we move on to battle number 4, which is my personal second favorite of the week.
Same here. Why don't you take this one solo, Casey?
Yeah, I mean, of course I'm gonna take this one solo because it's my match. Me versus Steve. Every time I battle Steve in the past, I've lost. So I was out for blood in this match. How did it go? We'll see. So I quickly led out with my Zoroark, and Steve brought out his Inteleon. After a pretty good battle between those two, Inteleon goes down, and Steve brings out his Meowstic, and then his Meowstic quickly takes out Zoroark, and I need to bring in my Berry Change Kartana. Those two battle, and Meowstic goes down. Steve brings in his legendary Noivern and quickly deals with Kartana, but I bring in my own Lord Arceus creation, Silvally, and quickly deal with Noivern. Then things were looking a bit dark here when Steve brings out his battle ability, Gliscor. We all know how powerful though Gliscor is without battle ability, and with battle ability, oh lord, it is on a whole other level. Silvally quickly goes down after a couple attacks, and I bring out my Blastoise and Gigantamax it. Thank God I had type advantage here, because Gliscor goes down after a couple good water attacks. Then Steve brings in his Battle Bond Sceptile, quickly dealing with Blastoise because type advantage, and then I bring in Raichu. I can't use Thunder moves since Sceptiles, but moving on. So then Raichu quickly takes out Sceptile. Steve brings in his Primal Zekrom as its final, obviously takes out Raichu, and then I bring in my own Necrozma, and after a pretty good battle, Zekrom takes the fall.
Which means you finally get your first win over Steve, and another top 10 ranked trainer falls. Looking at this list, all that's left are you, Alexander.
I wonder how good Alexander will do in his battle. More on that later. I move on to top 8 and face Magid in top 8.
Yes. Now then, let's move on to Battle 5. We have Sam versus Kernel. This match was very good, although some would say it's not the strongest of the week, which I can agree with, but it was still a very good match.
Yeah, but how did it go? Let's see how this goes. Sam quickly brings in his Indeedee as his first Pokemon, and Kernel brings out his Swampert. Indeedee quickly gets switched out on the spot, and in comes Galarian Weezing, quickly taking out Swampert.
There are more switches to come.
But more on that later.
Yes. So Kurt now brings in his Magmalon, the Christmas event Pokemon, which does take out Galarian Weezing. However, Indeedee comes right back in, dealing with Magmalon. Kurt is forced to bring in his Silvally, which does take out Indeedee. Next comes Grimmsnarl, who effortlessly deals with Silvally.
So then Kernel brings in his Gigantamax Toxtricity, quickly dealing with Grimmsnarl. Then Sam brings in his Gigantamax Pokemon Hatterene. After a pretty good Gigantamax battle, both of them, Hatterene manages to take out Toxtricity, and Kernel brings in his Battle Bond Sceptile, taking out Hatterene, but loses to Mega Shiny Gardevoir.
Who would have thought that the last two Mega evolutions in this tournament were shiny forms of Gallade and Gardevoir?
That's actually pretty convenient.
Oh well. It's definitely happy on my end.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But anyway,
so
Kernel's down to his final Pokemon, his Mewtwo, which does take out Mega Gardevoir. However, Sam responds with his own Mewtwo. Once again, we have a legendary battle. We have a battle of the same legendary.
Yep.
This time, the winner of this match went to Sam, though.
I mean, yeah, because Kernel's Mewtwo was already did already take damage from Gardevoir, and Sam had more experience.
Agreed. Sam is the winner, and for the first time, Sam will advance to the top 8.
We have a lot of new trainers actually making top 8.
Oh yeah.
And
all right, then moving on to battle number 6, we have Sonic Fan versus Madden.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering why we don't say Mario Sonic Fan, A, the name's too long, and B, he shortened the name himself.
Yeah. But yeah, this was probably the weakest battle of the week, but that's only considering we had so many good battles this week.
Not to mention even so, this fight was still really good.
I mean, yeah, every single battle in round 3 is usually pretty good, and yeah, Madden had actually been doing pretty well up into this point. So would he win or would he lose? Let's figure that out right now.
Alright, so the fight begins with Sonic Fan bringing out Crobat and Madden bringing out Blacephalon. Expect the Ultra Beasts, which Blacephalon does manage to take out Crobat.
Yes.
However, Sonic Fan quickly responds with Charizard and quickly knocking out Blacephalon. However, Madden's Guzzlord comes in and quickly deals with Charizard. However, Sylveon comes in and, what'd you guess, 4 times weak to parry does Guzzlord in.
Yeah, Madden quickly brings out. Jeez, I always forget.
Formosa.
Yeah, Formosa. I need to remember that name. Yeah, so Madden brings in Formosa and Sylveon goes down. So then the Sonic Fan brings out his Gigantamax Toxtricity, taking out Pheromosa and the Meganadel that Madden sends out, leaving him with his Battle Bond Gallade, taking out Gigantamax Toxtricity. But then Mario Sonic Fan brings in his Battle Bond Greninja, taking out Battle Bond Gallade, and yeah.
Take a breath, Casey, I'll finish. Madden is forced to bring in his final Pokemon, Zacian, and while it does take out Greninja, it falls to Sonic Fan's Zekrom. Sonic Fan will move on to top 8 in his first ever tournament. Oh gosh, it's Mr. Muffin all over again.
Yeah, but it's pretty much that.
Yeah, but anyway, let's move on to the last 2 matches. And holy crap, do we have a way to end? Do we have some final matches to end this week? Battle 7, Jackster versus Kirby Fan.
Yeah, this was definitely in my top 4 favorite matches of this week. I mean, it's probably number 4.
Yeah, I would say it's probably number 3. Sorry, Golden Kevin, but you're number 4.
Yeah, I don't really know how to rank these because all of them are so good.
No doubt. Anyway, as we begin, Jackster led with his Shadow Raichu, while Kirby Fan led with his Winged Gliscor. And you could guess by type matchups, Raichu quickly went down. Jackster responds with his own Winged Gliscor and takes out Kirby Fan's Winged Gliscor. Kirby Fan responds with his Shadow Umbreon, Well, actually, it's a Lord Arceus creation Umbreon, but we don't remember the name.
Yeah, as we said, some are more iconic than others.
And also, Kirby fan just got this one, so yeah. It does take out Wind Gliscor, so Jackster responds with Hound Cry.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This thing is pretty powerful and manages to take out Lord Arceus creation Umbreon. So then Kirby fan brings in his Gigantamax Charizard, add another one on the counter, and yeah. So, but yeah, this Charizard actually does pretty good, taking out Houndcry and Naganadel that follows it. So then the Jackster brings in his shiny Latios and quickly deals with Charizard.
In comes in Rayquaza, which it and Latios battle to a draw, which is very impressive. Jackster is down to his final Pokemon, Decidueye. Kirby fan decides to bring in Gallade next. Both Pokemon battle bond, and after a close-knit fight, Decidueye comes out on top. But Kirby fan still has one last Pokemon left to go. Its name, Riolu.
Yeah.
Of course, it activates its special ability, and Decidueye really doesn't stand a chance after being exhausted in its fight with Gallade. Kirby fan wins and will it once again advance to top 8.
Yeah, Kirby fan has been doing pretty good in recent tournaments, pretty much making top 8 every single time.
Agreed. Now, Casey, if you will allow me, I'm going to take this last one solo.
Since I took my battle solo, I will gladly allow you.
Alright. Now then. This was by far my favorite match of the week. We've got your boy Talon versus Alexander. Rematch of a rematch. This is part 3 of Talon versus Alexander. Start the soundtrack. You know what I mean. Anyway, Talon began this fight with Lucario, while Alexander led with Goodra. After a close-knit fight, Lucario was actually the one who took the early fall. Golisopod was brought in, and after a close-knit fight, Golisopod was immediately switched out. There are more switches to come. This is Talon we're talking about. Of course, Guzzlord is brought in and effortlessly deals with the exhausted Goodra. In comes in the Red Devil Salamence, and it and Guzzlord battle to a draw. So now it's tied up 2-2. Talon brings back in Golisopod, while Alexander brings in Rainbow Greninja. As since Golisopod had taken 2 damage from the previous fight, it could hardly stand up to Rainbow Greninja. And as you would expect, Talon brings in his partner, Shiny Golden. He quickly battle bonds it and effortlessly deals with the Rainbow Greninja. Alexander is forced to bring in Garbodor, and I got hate for it last time, and that was a joke. I actually really enjoy Garbodor. And its Gigantamax form is actually one of my favorites. Of course, as I said, it Gigantamaxes, but Golurk is switched out. I told you there was going to be more switches. So Talon brings in Centiskorch, Gigantamax it, and after a close Gigantamax battle, Centiskorch falls. Alexander retakes the lead. Now, Talon brings back in Golurk, which does manage to take out Garbodor. Alexander is forced to bring in his Scizor, battle bonding it quickly, and a battle of battle bonds begins. However, since Golurk had already taken out 2 Pokemon and was already exhausted, Scizor was able to deal with Golurk with relative ease. Which means Talon is down to his final Pokemon, Zygarde, 100%. You all know what this thing's capable of. Now then, Zygarde effortlessly deals with Scizor. And Alexander's final Pokemon, Xerneas. While Xerneas is giving Zygarde a hard time, don't you worry. Don't you worry, everybody. One Zygarde bailout coming up. Wait, where's the bailout? Oh, right, it got snuffed out by Xerneas. Of course, as it was said, Zygarde takes the fall. Talon loses. Alexander gets his revenge, advancing to the top 8 to face Kirby fan and Riolu.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite battle of the entire week.
Same here.
Yeah, and we can only hope for next tournament we have Talon versus Alexander, part 4 in round 3.
Oh, that would be hilarious and hilariously ironic, but I seriously doubt that's going to happen.
I mean, yeah, it's happening.
But anyway,
yeah,
next we might as well review over the what our quarterfinal matches are to be. There are going to be 4 matches. My friend Shepard versus MD Gold, Matt Ejit versus Casey, Sam versus Sonic Fan, and Kirby Fan versus Alexander. Next time we do tournament recap, it's going to be everything that's left. Since at the time of recording this, the semifinals have already been posted, we're going to be doing the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the final matches all in one video.
Yep.
We're getting right here to the end of this tournament, boys and girls. You know the rules. Don't get eliminated.
Yep, that will be probably the most hypest episode of this recap, but sadly we have to end our episode here. I really hope that you've enjoyed this episode of the tournament recap. I have been Casey,
along with TJ,
and we will see you guys soon for the final episode of Tournament Recap.